Hey everybody! Today we have a pretty interesting show for you guys. I'm Alex,
And
May.
May?
Marco.
Hey, so for the last 2 weeks we have been following this the um, Sam. I'm sorry, Sam something Freed.
Sam
So,
Batman-Free.
Sam Batman Freed. I'm sorry, I just know as the guy with the afro, but yeah, I mean the story is getting juicier and juicier. I start looking at YouTube, and then this thing is like on the scale, if not more, of like in terms of fraud, is almost like Theranos. Um, I, 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 I've heard about the guy, and it's just absolutely appalling what's going on. So, but to me, it's just a juicy story. To May over here, she pretty much lives through it because she has a crypto trading company, and she uses FTX as her main platform. So I'm very curious. I would like to dedicate this episode to really interview May, just to kind of have her vent out her pain to us too. So I'm sorry you have to go through this. So yeah, so why don't we just start off by telling us, May? I mean, how do you first come across FTX? Like, what was your initial experience with them? Yeah, I mean, how was it like dealing with them, and was it how's it like with them in the beginning when everything's very promising?
well, I've known FTX since 2020. We've heard of them, but we use it since 2020. The first time that we used Binance. And Binance gave us good liquidity. We are a software firm. So we develop our own trading strategies and trading our own ports.
Mhm.
And then we provide our software through APIs, to help others. But we don't manage their money. Means that the API that they give us, we cannot touch their money, as in we cannot withdraw their money. We can just like trade. And first we used Binance, and then we started to see FTX, and it looks super promising. So we start slowly move our individual fund to FTX, and behind the scene, the tech in the background, FTX was super good compared to Binance. You're talking about tech. FTX genuinely designed for people who are the serious trader, who use quantitative trader and bot trading. FTX really designed for those people. And I remember I had this conversation with FTX probably beginning of 2021 or end of 2020. Around that time, FTX has only 5 people working. And then November last year, FTX has 300. So when FTX has only 5 people working, we have Binance and FTX, and we trade kind of equally. And then as FTX starting to grow, we start to feel more confident. We start to appreciate the technology behind that, and we start to see a lot of volumes coming in. And when it's big enough, as we start to feel more confident in FTX. And that's how everything started. We moved the fund more from Binance to FTX.
Mm.
And what about, so if I could understand, so FTX actually as a platform, I would say it, it's more, you could do more with it, correct?
You can do way more with it. Sturdy, faster, how it reconciles. Even a sub account that Binance doesn't have. At the time, sub account, it was like long ago, a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Sub account is a very new idea. It means that you have multiple accounts under one big umbrella of yours. Binance doesn't have that. So if you have 5 strategies, all the fund will be pooled in one account, and you will see a lot of trading going on. But at the back end, you have to do your accounting. But FTX, you can put strategy A, strategy B, DCA, buy and hold, or speculations or quant trading. So those things you can separate. You can have, I don't know, I had like 20 sub accounts and it's still like valid. So those little things help people manage their funds and improve efficiency while trading with FTX. So what I'm saying is FTX actually has had a good product.
Yeah. If I can just step in and kind of emphasize on that point, Alex, imagine like you have a stock trading account, right? And usually, for anyone, like 99.9% of people would just like, press buy and sell, or like buy limit, sell limit. But for a very serious quantitative trader, they need to write the software, right, to trade for them. And these platforms, they have these called API. So it's kind of like function that you can like plug you can write a software to plug in.
And what does API stands for? Just for the audiences out there.
I never looked it up.
Yeah, you look it up and I'll continue.
No, it's not a good question. But,
no, it's a good question.
It's a good question. We've talked about this application programming interface.
Yeah. So it's for serious like programmer who wants to write these automated programming to trade for them. So you don't limit yourself with just like, the basic functions on your screen. So I think one thing is that FTX provide more API or more different kind of functions for people who are serious about like writing their own quantitative trading program. And at the same time, they have these sub account function where you can like divide your account into like sub accounts. So you can have like different programs running simultaneously at the same time, where Binance doesn't have the sub account function.
Okay.
And it's faster too. When you send an order, FTX respond faster. And the downtime when things crash, FTX crash less compared to, the historical record, it crashed less.
But when you say crash, is like your sub account function crash, or
the service down varies of meanings. Means like you can't log in, but API is still working. API means like connection between us and FTX is an interface. So API is working, or sometimes API down. But the time that our application can't access FTX is kind of low, and you're talking about minutes here.
I see. So FTX is a much better platform and product in your view.
It's just
the quantitative traders. Yes.
So it's just the people behind it that the type of things that are going on is more dubious, I guess. But as a thing itself, it's actually a lot better.
Well, until now, I love the product. Until now, I still feel like FTX has one of the kick-ass product of all the exchanges. I still be able to say that, but I think the motives behind running or even over leverage or, news flying around, I think the behavior of the managements, including the CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, I think is unacceptable. I really like, so what I'm saying is, the product and the people, they're two different things, but I really, really admire the product. I really admire the ideas behind that.